begin the meeting of February 16th of the Debt Management Commission. Would you call the roll, please?
Chairperson Hadaway,
Up here?
Vice Chair Providenti,
Here.
Commissioner Jones,
Here.
Commissioner Sonata, Commissioner Varner.
Here.
A quorum is present.
Okay, on the advice of our supervisor, I'm not going to do anything other than make note of the notice to the public that was posted with the agenda, and we'll go into the meeting. Public comment. The public is invited at this time to comment on and discuss any topic that is relevant to or within the authority of the Carson City Debt Management Commission. Are there any citizens out there in Webland that want to make a comment? Okay.
There's no public comment at this time.
Okay. D is approval of minutes. Each of you received a copy of the minutes of August 11th, 2020 meeting. Unless there's any suggested changes to that, I will entertain a motion to approve those minutes as prepared.
So moved. Second.
Nick moved and Stan seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. E is discussion and possible action regarding the election of a chair and vice chair of the Debt Management Commission for calendar year 2021. At the present time, I'm the chair and Nick is the vice chair.
Can we just go ahead and move to keep the chair and the vice chair the same for calendar year 2021?
You can do anything you want as long as I can get these buttons to work.
Just keep it on, Don.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I move that Chairperson Don Hadaway and Vice Chairperson Nick Providenti remain for calendar year 2021.
Okay, are there any suggested changes to that? Any discussion? If not, all those in favor of that motion say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and the last formal thing that we have is the discussion and possible action regarding the acceptance of the Nevada Department of Taxation Annual Local Government's Indebtedness Report as of June 30, 2020. Each of you received a copy of that document. It is a requirement of the NRS that all local governments provide this information to the Department of Taxation, and they put it in this form that you see here that is pretty typical for all the time that I've been on the meeting or on the commission. It's pretty self-explanatory. If there's any questions or comments on it, my only comment would be that the debt you'll see on page 3 of the counties have increased from 2016 of just under 10 billion to 13.3. The cities have increased also, as well as the schools. But the total outstanding debt on the next page, all entities, the total debt in the last 5 years has actually dropped a couple $2 billion, paying off debt and so forth. The only other comment that I would have is that you'll see that the school district normally operates with straight GO bonds. They have permission from the state statutes to use rollover bonds as they pay off other bonds and pay down them, as long as they don't exceed the debt amount that they use or the mill levy that they use. They issue bonds for additional purposes, and the biggest project they're working on right now is the expansion of the Eagle Valley Middle School. And Carson City, for the most part, uses their debt capacity for utility improvements, water, sewer, and storm drainage. There's a few other odds and ends, but that's the biggest thing that they use with pledged revenues. Nick, you, a long time person with the city, any other comments that you would make?
No, I think that just about sums it all up. Like you said, most of the revenue or most of the debt Carson City has is you know, it has some sort of revenue backing. It's not just general obligation debt. And like you said, it's typically utilities. So it's about the only comments that I would have.
And the other part I would emphasize is on Part C, it outlines the 5-year debt requirements of each of the entities. And you'll notice somewhere back here on C1, Carson City has a dollar amount this year for 2021 of 18.4 million, and it will actually drop unless they issue other bonds in the interim to 17 million two in 2025, and the school district goes up just a little bit. So what we do is merely accept this for the record, and in August, both the school district and the city will go into more depth in terms of what their obligations are and what their plans and what their debt management structure is and so forth. So I just say, if you want to, just keep it for your reference for that August meeting, and I will accept, unless there's any other questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion to accept this report from the Department of Taxation for the annual local government indebtedness report.
So moved.
Stan moved, Nick seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the last thing we have to do is the date and time of the next commission meeting. Normally, we meet the 10th or the second or third Tuesday of each month. Stan, you're new, or is there any conflicts that you know of?
Just gonna check if you don't
Okay.
mind. for a second.
Any other, Richard or Nick, do you have any conflicts with either the 10th or the 17th?
Not me. Either one would be okay.
It'll work better for me.
Which one?
10th is good.
Okay, let's go with the 10th let's make it 1:30, just to make sure that we get here on time. Normally I have Rotary on Tuesdays, and we're meeting by Zoom now, and if we're meeting live, it's a rush to get over here by 1:30, but let's make it 1:30 on the 10th of August. Do we have to have a motion on that? No, it's just for information only. So if you all schedule the Tuesday, the 10th at 1:30, that will be the meeting, and that will be when the two big districts, Carson City and School District, presents their debt management procedures and their capital improvement programs and everything else related to debt. And with that, I'll call the meeting to adjournment. And Stan, this will be the shortest assignment that you'll have for any of the boards and commissions that you're working on.
Thank you.